What's up, players? This is Cody, and this is a commentary over Skarner gameplay. Now, I've been playing a ton of Skarner lately, mostly in the jungle, but I do play him top also, and he is such a fun character. I know for a fact that he's going to be nerfed soon, but you know, I'm going to take advantage while it lasts, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is a little Skarner gameplay. I'm just gonna speed most of this up, because jungling's boring. Oh, this is not the nerf jungle. I just have this gameplay and I really liked some maneuvers I pulled off in it, and I wanted to show you guys. I want to do a little commentary over it. The route I take in the jungle is actually exactly the same. The thing I do differently is maybe camp lanes more and stay less time in the jungle, and I actually get red before... I don't even know what I'm talking about. I get red after wraiths and then I gank. So that's a little different, but it's the same path. So if you guys are down to play Skarner in the jungle, then you know you could try this out. So as you can see right now, I take blue and I'm going to top to try and gank, but I get caught by Xin Zhao, and that was actually good because then Chris, who is playing Nasus top, his name is high there in the game, he knows that Xin Zhao was going to gank him. I came up there, and it worked out because it gave him a little more awareness, and, you know, even though the gank didn't go off, that helps a lot. So, as you can see, instead of going for golems here, I would go for red instead, which is, you know, it's a little different, but now I go for red. And then I just gank lanes. I mean, Skarner is such a fun champion. He has a speed up, which also gives him a shield, which, oh my god, I love characters with speed ups. Okay, so I'm going to try and gank a Kali here. And my thought process is I'm going to wait till she gets out of this, and I'm going to slow her. But she jukes me, and she actually went to the left and went through the brush, which was kind of... And then she went down... Okay, so I guess she went through the right brush, sorry. And she ganked bottom while I was mid, and that kind of peed me off, but it's okay. Because I'm going to try and get her here. And I flashed in, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get her. But Xin Zhao thinks he can 1v1 me somehow, even though I have buff. That's why I stayed there, is because I knew I had the red buff, and he didn't. So I knew I could pull off a little more damage than he had. And I also had a potion, just in case he did a little more damage than me. And it worked out in my part, because I got the kill. I got that kill on Skarner. And Skarner fed is crazy because he gets so tanky with his shield and he can run so fast and pull people everywhere. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Skarner Udyr, and I think it's because of the speed up. I think I really like how tanky they are as junglers, and I like how fast they clear the jungle. I've always played Udyr as Phoenix stance, always. And I really like that a lot more than Tiger Stance. Tiger Stance does do a lot of burst, but the fact that Phoenix can just clear the jungle so fast, and it's just so fun running around, and it looks like you're like Jesus. Well, I guess it's not Jesus. It would be like the devil or something, but you're just like holding your hands and you're like, boom, boom, fire. Okay, so I'm coming to gank Riven up here. It's kind of hard to gank Riven because she has a lot of mobility. She has a stun, she has a shield, but she stays in the brush, and yeah, I don't get anything out of it. It's not a huge deal. I mean, as long as I'm showing my presence as a jungler, people think that if you go into a lane and you don't get a gank off, it was a waste completely. But the fact that you're actually showing your presence, it makes the enemy more intimidated. It makes them so they're actually scared to push up. If you're top and the jungler hasn't shown their face once the whole game top, you're going to get a little cocky because you're going to feel like they're never going to come top. So we actually catch Garen off put right here, and my reason for flashing up on that was that I thought he would go around, and I didn't actually think Ashe would catch the arrow. But I'm actually going to come around and use this to my advantage and pull Caitlyn towards Ashe and Sona and just completely annihilate her. We're going to tower dive her because it's that easy on Skarner with the shield, and I'm just going to get out there alive. So that was actually a very good play. I didn't actually know Ashe would hit that arrow, but my flash worked out for me. So that's always good. I'm going to come mid, show my presence. It's really hard to gank her, but if we get the stun off, and yeah, it didn't work out too well. But it's very hard to gank a Kali with that that shadow. I actually forget the name. It actually just completely Shroud of Shadows, Shroud of Annoying Piece of Shit. I don't know what the name is. Yeah, so I think this is my second time backing in the whole game. I'm not quite sure, but I go back and buy a full Wriggles and full boots. I bought Mercury Treads because they have a lot of magic damage, and they also have a few stuns that will make me angry. I actually usually buy Mercury Treads. I don't think I ever bought anything else on Skarner, because Merc Treads are just, they're so good for every situation. The MR is just amazing on most champions. A lot of champions, people think that they're physical when in reality they're doing a lot of magic damage in return. But Merc Treads is just an all-around good item. It's always good to buy. So here I wore Dragon, and we're gonna try and take it because I see bot is pushed up, and I feel like they can't actually do anything about it even if they did come. Xin wasn't there. They wouldn't get enough time to do that. And then we go mid and just completely see. I need another. I keep saying completely annihilate, and I think I need another word. What's another word that sounds really intimidating? Annihilated, ripped apart, dead or something. Anyways, Skarner with blue. He used to need blue a lot more than he did before, but I still feel like blue is pretty essential to have on Skarner. He uses a lot of mana, and I don't necessarily know how good it would. Wait, one sec. Sorry, my players. I had to tend to a little business quick. So here I'm trying to gank Akali, and she used a shroud, so I pulled her away from the thing, and she flashed, but that's not going to do much because my Q is actually an amazing slow. Skarner's Q is just so beast. That's one of the reasons why he's so overpowered, is because if he's getting hits off on you, then he can slow you, and you will be slowed forever. So that's one of the reasons. His shield gives him a lot of speed. I mean, he's just such a beefy champion when in reality he shouldn't be that beefy. But, you know, I really hope Riot doesn't nerf him to the ground. Here I flash over and I pull her away, and I was pretty happy with that. I was pretty happy with that because it was very hard to kill Riven top, and we got her. And it was because she got fucking pulled by Skarner. The best. If you guys are looking to play Skarner, I use attack speed runes, attack speed armor pen, armor, and I also use defense masteries and go a little bit into utility. With the new mastery tree, defense is such a good tree to go down. On most junglers, you should be going down, and that ulti was such a good Sona ulti. It got us most of those kills, and now we're just gonna clear out the lane and try and push it out. So here I try to, I actually tried to get Caitlyn, and she typed in the chat. She typed yeah, because it just missed. I was kind of sad. And now we have a free dragon because we killed what, 3 bottom. So we're just gonna take out this dragon. Skarner's, he takes out dragon pretty fast. He has a shield and attack speed buff. One thing I didn't actually know about Skarner until just recently is that his shield only lasts when it's up. So if your shield gets hit and taken away, then you don't have the attack and movement speed, which I actually didn't know. I thought you kept the attack speed still. So I guess that's something, you know, it's stupid on my part that I didn't know, but I learned soon enough, you know. So here Sona gets taken down, and I know I'm going to die anyways, so I really just try and take down Zin's out here. I almost got him, but his attack, I hate his life steal. Sometimes Zin can be the worst jungler. Not the worst as in worst, but worst as in it makes me so angry because his attack speed and lifesteal, you can just, sometimes you play a character that just can't kill Xin Zhao, and Xin Zhao just annihilates. Right? Has anyone seen that? It's the funniest thing, but whatever. Maybe I'll link it in the description. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll forget. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention at all. So, now I'm just going to go back to my jungle route. I have a few kills on my belt. I'm gonna grab blue, see if any lanes are gankable, and we'll see what happens. Let's actually see how everyone else is doing, because I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, our CS is pretty damn good. We all have pretty high CS. Our Ashe has 150 with 2 kills and 4 assists, which in the end, she's going to be doing a lot of damage. She already has her Infinity Edge. She's probably going to work towards the Zeal next. And I remember getting that kill because I saw the Ashe arrow coming, and I was like, I'm getting this kill. This Ashe arrow is not stealing my kill. I'm not usually crazy about kills, but at that point, I thought I deserved that kill. So I tried to get the kill. I don't think he turrets at her here because I think she just runs away. Oh. Yeah, so Flom is just about to die, and I think he does end up dying. Yeah, he does end up dying, but we get the kill on Xin, and I think, yeah, our team's coming in, at least Sona. Sona dies so hard. I die so hard, and then Hi There is gonna die so hard. But that's okay. I mean, by this time in the game, we were just pretty much fucking around. I mean, I had 10 kills, 4 deaths, so it wasn't a huge deal that we died there. I really, that's one thing about commentating. Those gray screens, they just make me so sad. And I've said this before. Riot, why can't there be an option to make it color when you die? Gray screens just make it... I think that's why there's so many ragers in League of Legends. It's because that stupid gray screen. When you die, you get so angry. And that gray screen, it just makes me so mad. It's like, why you gray? Color, please. So here Riven comes in. I know I can take her, but then freaking Akali just ruins everything. And I really hope I get away here. But I really could have just killed that Riven, but Akali does a lot of damage, even though I don't think she's fed at all. Oh no, she has 6 kills, so she has a decent amount of score, although she rushed a Rylaze rather than a Hextech, which means she's kind of hindered in the damage area. But I guess she needed that survivability. I don't really play Akali that much. So we're actually trying to take Dragon here, and I thought they had it, so I was just clearing out mid, but it looks like a fight's going down, and Ashe arrows Caitlyn, which is pretty good. I go after Xin Zhao since he's low anyways and try and just peg him off, but they're killing our Malzahar in the process. Ashe actually got Xin Zhao down, and me and Sonar are fighting here while our fucking Nasus chases after the stupid Caitlyn when he could be helping us fight. And man, I was so angry at this point, but you know, I guess that's just what happens. And then Nasus just, you know, tries to find this Caitlyn and can't because he's just so oblivious to as anything's gonna happen in his whole game, and I just hate him so much. I hate this Nasus. He is the worst Nasus in the world of gaming history. I'm kidding. I know him on Skype, and we actually had a little joke between that because he gets very frustrated when we chase targets in the game. So I thought it was hilarious that we caught him. We literally caught him chasing a target and ruining a team fight for us. But you know, shit happens. It wasn't a huge deal. I was fed. This game was in the bag anyways. I'm gonna take a sip of this orange juice, my favorite kind of juice. No sponsor intended. Seriously though, does anyone like orange juice as much as I do? I think orange juice is like 90% of what I drink in life. Because orange juice is just... it's just so refreshing, and the taste of orange in my mouth, just the thought of it, it just makes me so happy. It makes me feel like I feel so alive for the very first time, and I think I can fly. I feel so alive. Okay, that's enough of that. That's completely enough of that. So right now, they're just being really passive as a team. We're trying to get them to, you know, engage us or find an opportunity to engage them. Right now, I just wanted to see if they blew up, and then I thought I'd clear down bottom since there's a huge wave, and we didn't want that pushing up while we were pushing. And it looks like they're catching their team, and I'm going to try and come and help them. But I get exhausted, which kind of sucks. Actually, I got double exhausted there, so that really did suck. And we're just kind of playing sloppy. I mean, usually what happens is people get fed in games, and they just think they always have the win in the bag, when in reality there could be a chance where you feed someone who didn't need the feed on the other team and they kind of dominate. Which I'm not saying is happening in this game, but that actually happens a lot, and I feel like in ranked play that happens more than often, where your whole team gets so cocky because you think you have this in the bag, and it's a ranked game, so the feeling is just so much better that you have the game in the bag, when in reality you don't, and you try to win, and then you try to tower dive, and then you try to kill 5 people with only 1 person, and you lose, and that's the worst feeling ever. But whatever. I don't play ranked play that much. I've actually been streaming a lot, and someone in the stream told me to play a ranked match, so I ended up playing one, and it was I won, so congrats to me, right? So I know for a fact what's gonna happen here. So a fight engages, and I actually pull Garen out of the way so that Ashe can arrow, and Ashe gets an arrow out on Riven, which helps a lot. And we stay back and kill Garen and I think Xin Zhao, and now we're just chasing down, and that was really bad flash, but you know, I didn't think Sona would get the kill. So that whole fight was pretty perfect. Nasus was out of position, but it worked in our favor because 3 of them tried to kill him and they really couldn't. They did end up killing him, obviously, but I mean, they couldn't kill him in the time that we killed 2 people. So since we got 2 people down, we still had 4 people up, and we just annihilated those 3 people. And I say the word annihilate again, but you know, I guess I'm just gonna always say that word. Someone's pinging Baron, but we can just push straight up and win the game right now. So I think that's what's gonna happen. Sometimes a lot of people get caught up in taking inhibitors and stuff when they don't realize they have a minion wave to back them up, and they can actually take down a turret, a Nexus turret, before anything. And Nexus turrets are much more important than anything else because they don't respawn or regenerate. So getting those Nexus turrets down just means that you essentially won the game. And as you can see, we did win the game. So I hope you guys like this commentary. This has been Cody from Player POV. Go to facebook.com/playerpov to keep up to date with us. Like and favorite this video. And shout out to Colby Cheese for being awesome.